Hey guys, hello, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. It's very windy here in Vegas. I'm not taking off my mask because I have it very carefully arranged over my NK, whatever it is, 95 mask. Today is a double turn to Denver and then to Oakland. 4 legs. It's going to be a fairly long day. I've packed a bag full of food and snacks. I filmed some stuff for yesterday's trip. Not a great day. Everything happened that could happen. I might chat about it at some point before I end this video, and as to why I didn't include it in a video yesterday. But my Uber should be here any moment now because I'm not taking the bus this morning. All right, let's go to the airport. I'll see you there. It was a lot of work. This last leg was a lot of work, and I was, after 2 months off, it was a lot. I'm not looking forward to tomorrow because it's gonna be twice as much work. Shorter legs, but twice as much work. But you know, the destinations and the places we're going, the people are always wonderful. Not that Detroit's always bad, it's just Detroit seems to be a lot of work. Detroit and Atlanta always seem, and Baltimore, always seem to be a lot of work, and Chicago. But tomorrow I'm going to Denver and Oakland, so it should be no problem. No problem at all. I just got a little bit of everything I've been missing for the past 2 months. But I got a card to brighten my mood. Mrs. B asked, I got your card. Thank you so much for giving me a little giggle after getting off of that airplane. I really needed it. Oh, and I almost lost my phone. I left my phone on the plane. I only realized it once I was almost at the Uber stop. And then Uber was out of cars. No cars available for Uber, so I had to go for Lyft. I hate Lyft, but... All right, that was my trip. I ate most of my pasta. I ate most of the stuff I brought with me, although I didn't get into the nuts. I'm sorry that's so loud. Let me just end this video here because I'm not going to say anything else that's constructive or helpful. So that was my first trip back after 2 months. It was a doozy. Let's see what tomorrow brings, all right? I'll vlog about that tomorrow too. Have a great night and fly safe. Bye. Do I look tired? Oh my God, I'm gonna die. Oh, and this wasn't a hard day. This wasn't a bad day. It was a long day. Yeah, the first leg, we had 90 something passengers on board. Not even that, I don't think. Lots of room, everyone behaved. Everyone wore their mask except for 2 people, and I just asked them like 10 times. Eventually, whatever. The leg from Detroit to Las Vegas, we had 145 booked. That's complete. That's to capacity. We had 134 come on board, which is still a lot of people on a plane. Again, most people, barring 1 or 2, wore their masks. They were wonderful. I didn't do service. I didn't start service. I was flying lead. I didn't start service until after the seatbelt sign turned off, and I let everybody take a pee and, you know, get out of the aisle. We started service, and it was in more than an hour and 40 minutes. It was probably closer to an hour 45. It's our smallest aircraft, 145 people. It took an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes to do service. And we don't do a lot of service. Everything is for purchase. It's like, you know, water, Coke, nuts, a muffin. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. So I unzipped all the compartments. I pulled out my new backup, my new Magecto lunch bag, because my old one, really, I've had it for like almost 2 years, I think, and it had really run its course. So I have just some instant oatmeal just in case. Let me zoom out, there you go. Just in case. I keep one of these large plastic bags from IKEA in my bag, so I can always put ice in here from a hotel room if I have a layover. Inside here I have a 3 of these Kind bars. They are dark chocolate chili almond. They're so delicious. I can't find them. I bought these at Marshall's. A big container of peanut butter, which the oil feels like it's leaking. So much for this Sistema stuff. Boy, that didn't work. I have peanut oil creeping out of that. Not good. Brand new lunch bag. Some saltines, unsalted saltines here, and some animal crackers, and some peanuts, which I'm probably not even going to tuck into. Boy, there's peanut oil all over this stuff. Well, I'll have to clean the inside of my bag. Let's see. All right, so that's the inside section. When I'm normally flying, I have my Hot Logic in here, but it still leaves me enough room where I could probably put the crackers and the peanuts. Look, all this peanut oil off my fingers. And I don't have a lot inside here, but all right. So, but I've got some pasta. I put pesto and some sun-dried tomatoes into some radiatore, whatever it is, pasta. It was very good. I ate some of it on the plane earlier. Ice pack. This yogurt, and I buy this brand of yogurt probably every 3 or 4 months, forgetting that I hate it. Absolutely hate it. They say it's cherry flavor. See that right there? There is no cherry. There's nothing cherry-like in here. Just cherry flavor. The texture is disgusting, and it uses chicory root fiber to add this. I don't know. I hate this yogurt, and I buy it every few months, forgetting that I hate it so much. So in a moment, I'm going to make a smoothie with blueberries I bought yesterday and this Bolt House Protein Plus drink. So that's all it's inside the main compartment. You've seen other lunch bag videos where I have more, but I'm about to make a smoothie with my Teamy Mix-It in just a moment or two. Maybe I'll put a little dollop of this yogurt in that smoothie. No, I'll throw it away. I hate it. I really hate this yogurt. It has a very grainy texture to it. It's very thick. It's just awful. Hey guys, all right, so we're on the plane. We're on a 318. I'm flying lead. Whoever was lead before me left a little paper rose. Isn't that sweet? I'll have to leave it for the person next behind me. So we're on a 319. I'm flying lead up in front. We're booked at 138 passengers. I'm flying with Jamie, who's one of my favorite people on base, and Juan, yes, who I think watches my channel. And so it's very exciting. Great crew. It's going to be a long day. The poor thing, he was called at 4 o'clock in the morning for this trip. Not good. Yeah, great captain. Our first officer is on his OE. Very exciting. Yeah, let's do this day. All right, so 1 down, 3 to go. Vegas to Denver was super easy. Everyone was great. We didn't have to really make anyone wear their mask. Everyone just really behaved perfectly. I am flying lead, as I mentioned, and when you're up in front, especially on a 319, you're all by yourself, and you know we have a bulkhead in front of us. Well, the person in 1A who's sitting directly across from me, she was very anxious. She didn't mention it when she was coming on board. I was surprised. But during takeoff, she was twisting in knots. I've never seen someone act so afraid. She was terrified, literally pulling her bangs from her head. I mean, she was terrified. So I was trying to talk to her during takeoff and try to make her feel a little bit better. And we ended up having a really, really nice conversation during the flight. So it was nice. It was nice. The only challenge with this flight today has been this one woman who's senior. She's a pain in the tuchus.
What? Are you talking about me?
She caught me. No, I'm sorry, I'm kidding. You're kidding. It's just when I saw her name on the schedule, I was very excited. You'll find that you'll fly with people, and it's easy. And then there's some people like, oh, I should have dropped this trip.
That's me.
So we have a few minutes. I'm going to sneak a snack and then back to Vegas. All right, guys. So we made it back to Las Vegas from, where were we? Denver. I think I mentioned the passenger who was absolutely terrified the last leg. We had another one coming back to Vegas, and unfortunately for her, it is very windy here in Las Vegas. It's very, very windy right now. And we just had, it's only the second time I've ever seen this on my airline. We had an aborted landing, which is not unusual. It's not dangerous, right? It was just too windy to land safely. So we were literally almost on the ground. I swear we couldn't have been 50 feet off the ground. But the tail hadn't started to drop yet. Once you fly in the front enough, you get to see and understand and recognize the angle of the aircraft when you're just about to, touch down. And we were still pretty level, and I was like, oh, this is weird. We're really, and then all of a sudden the engines were like, and pretty much everyone was like real tense all of a sudden, and I giggled because I think it's a way to make some people feel more comfortable that, if the flight attendant's giggling, it can't be that bad, right? But it was something. It was something. Yeah, so there's a battalion of cleaners that just, that's our captain, really loud. A battalion of cleaners just came on board to wipe everything down, disinfect, and make sure their plane's clean. And then we're a little bit late because we got a little late start and that turnaround we had to do there. But we'll be heading to Oakland soon, then heading on back. So let's go to Oakland. I was just talking with the captain. We haven't started boarding yet for Oakland, but we had been about to land, and it was the pilot. It was the co-pilot, the first officer, really, the first officer's OE. So it's his, like, making sure he knows how to do his job right. That was his landing. He was doing perfectly fine. The captain was like singing the first officer's praises. He was just doing perfectly. We were literally, he said we were 10 feet off the ground, perfectly level, doing a perfect job, he said. And then there was just this gust of wind that lifted us 20 or 30 feet. Ah! And so, it's like there's just no way you can, land like that. So that's why we had the aborted takeoff. But it was exciting. And it was kind of funny to see some of the passengers' faces get a little bit upset. But in reality, the amount of turbulence that we experienced during this really, really windy weather, this is the exact kind of turbulence that makes a flight attendant just want to go to sleep. It's like rocking a baby to sleep, really. It would have been nice if I were a passenger. But I just found out our count for the next leg is 116 passengers. So we're going to have a little bit of open space, which will be nice. And we have, it'll be an hour and 14 minutes to Oakland. All right. What else? I was going to show you what's in my lunch bag, but it's exactly the same as what I brought yesterday. I'm not going to make a separate video about yesterday's trip because number one, we had a medical on board yesterday that, and when I was talking about it in my video, I really honestly shared too much detail about what happened, and it wouldn't have been very professional to share it. So I didn't want to include that. And there was one other thing I forget that I said that just honestly did not need to be said on camera. It was just one of those thoughts that should have been private, but you know me, my mouth. So, and that really took two of the major parts of what I had for yesterday's video out, if I were to edit those things out. So there really wasn't much to share with you about yesterday's trip outside of, yeah, we had a pretty, I wouldn't say serious medical, but there was blood involved, we'll just say that. It was dramatic, but I didn't want to share too many personal details. But I might include a clip or two of what I do have from yesterday in this video, if it was worthwhile. Like, I might show you what was in my lunch bag, because that's exactly what I brought with me today. Exact duplicate. And speaking of, I should probably make my smoothie. I have blueberries, bananas, and a vanilla protein drink from Bolt House. Yes. Great, let's go. I'm ready. Let's get the heck out of here. Yay! So I won't make my smoothie. We're gonna be boarding. I'll make that in San Francisco. But it's blueberries, bananas, and a vanilla protein drink from Bolt House that I got at, I don't know, my grocery store. Blah, blah, blah. So I'll include that in this video. I will see you later in Oakland. All right, and so this is more bananas than blueberries, and this Bolt House Farms stuff, this protein drink. I'm gonna blend this up, and it is my lunch? I don't even know. I've had 2 granola bars and a little bit of pasta today, so this is my lunch, early dinner. And a little blend. You've seen this before in my other Mix It video, but it really blends well. Hi, oh, you want a briefing? Are you laughing at my blender?
131.
Well, that leg from, where were we? Vegas to Oakland. Super easy, wonderful guests. Not a bad one in the bunch. In fact, I want to say there was there were groups along the entire length of the aircraft that I would find myself just hanging out, chatting. We had a couple that just got married in Vegas, and they were a blast. We had these 3 girls that were in Vegas that were just taking a flight to Oakland and back just to do it, because it was $50 round trip. So they were like, we have nothing to do. Let's just fly to Oakland and back. So, and they were just a blast. So I get to see them on the way back to Vegas as well. Just a really, really nice day so far. Again, I'm trying to think of what happened yesterday that was of anything really to share, just in case I don't include any clips from yesterday. I don't know what I'm going to add. The one significant thing that happened yesterday was the return from Detroit to Las Vegas. We were a pretty full flight, almost a capacity, and service, we're on a 319 that holds 145 guests. Yes, we have a lot of seats on a small plane, and it's only 145 people though. There are 3 of us. It took us an hour, almost 40 minutes, to do service, one service, from Detroit to Vegas. It was just non-stop chaos, controlled chaos, but still vaguely chaotic. And I'm wearing one of those Chinese NK95 whatever masks. We're hustling up and down this aisle, hustling. And in that mask, with me being mildly overweight, it was hard to breathe. I don't mind wearing a mask normally, but I was hustling. And my pasta with pesto and some sun-dried tomatoes that I've been eating for 2 days, delicious. Really great choice to bring with me to work, because I can eat it cold. But the fact is, I'm now breathing my own exhalations, and to breathe garlic, oil, basil, tomato, to rebreathe that, not the best. Not the best. All right, so we're gonna, I think, board in a minute, so I will see you guys in Vegas. Hey guys, hi. So I'm in Las Vegas. I just got off the plane a few minutes ago from Oakland, and I'm sitting down on this big console table where people usually charge their phones. And if you look right here, there are slot machines when you get off the aircraft. I mean, there's a bunch of them. Well, this guy got off our plane, put 60 bucks in one of these machines, boom, literally minutes after he got off the plane, and he won $1,500 right there, boom. It's crazy. So these two legs, these two Oakland legs were so fantastic. It might be because I'm nostalgic for the job I love so much. I don't know. But both flights were stuffed. It just seemed very full. They were almost to capacity. And it just seemed everybody was wonderful. Up and down the aircraft, on both flights, there were big groups of people who were just having a good time without being a riot, you know, without being too much. Excuse me. They were just all having a really nice time. And there were laughs all around. Everyone was just, there was a lot of camaraderie. It was just gorgeous. Really charismatic, interesting people too. Lots of stories. We had, you know, a couple who had just gotten married here in Vegas. We had someone who was celebrating their 55th birthday, and I sang happy birthday, you know, and I don't have a great singing voice, but the entire aircraft, everyone from front to back, joined me in singing happy birthday to Fanny, you know. It was just a wonderful, wonderful day, compounded by the fact that I worked with two amazing flight attendants. Just a great experience. These two flights were exactly what I needed after 2 months trapped in my apartment. They need these two legs. And Denver. Denver wasn't a bad trip. I mean, the legs were fun. The people were great. People in Denver are always nice. It's not like a surprise. But I needed these two Oakland legs to really remind me how much I love my job. And not just my job, but my company. Like, I work for the perfect airline for me. I really do. I work for the best airline for me. I don't know of many other airlines. Maybe Southwest is like this. But I can be all of me at my best, at my most dramatic best, which is sometimes the case, like I was today. And it's appreciated. I definitely stay on point, and I stay on script, and I share all the appropriate information. But I can really tailor my behavior to my guests' expectations and hopefully elevate their experience beyond their expectations. Does that make any sense at all? I think every airline wants that, but my airline really excels at this. When we're good, we're really good. When we're not great, well, it's a work in progress, you know? But I just have to say, I am so grateful for my job. I'm so grateful for my company for giving me a chance. And on that same vein, I'm so grateful for you guys. I mean, I hope I say thank you enough. But this journey that I've been on for a little over 3 years now, I can't believe that. The fact that I haven't done this alone, I haven't been alone during this time. You guys have been with me most of the way. A lot of you have been subscribed really from the beginning. And to have this wonderful experience being a flight attendant is one thing, but to be able to share it with somebody who's really listening, and those people who are still watching this video are the people I'm talking about. I don't know if it would be as wonderful if I didn't know that there was someone who I would be able to share this with. And so one more thank you for joining me on this journey, because it just wouldn't be as special if it weren't for you guys. I don't know if that sounds pandering or not, but so I am going to, it is Boy, it's a little, I talk a lot, don't I? I'm gonna finish my pasta. I'm gonna have a little rice pudding I brought with me, and do a little reading. I have some YouTube comments to catch up to. I haven't really kept up with my comments for the past like 3 or 4 days. I try to keep up with them currently, so that to retain the sense of a conversation with you guys rather than have an archive of comments, you know, because I really do think that we're having a conversation as much as this is a monologue on my side. So yeah, I'm gonna hang out here. Part of that is to, and this will not be a surprise to many of you, is to avoid my cat buddy for the evening. At this time, he loves dusk and he loves dawn. He likes to be outside at dusk and dawn, and it's almost dusk now. And if I went home now, he'd be crying and crying and crying to go outside, and I just really honestly can't handle it right now. He woke me up at 4 o'clock. How can you survive children? I don't even know. He woke me up at 4 o'clock this morning, crying and crying, and he didn't stop. Cry, meow. Now, it was as tedious as this story is right now. He just wouldn't stop. Oh, sorry. This is the Wheel of Fortune slot machine that guy won the money on. So if you heard that Wheel of Fortune, yeah, he would not stop it. He didn't stop until I got up and got in the shower. It was, so I'm gonna hang out here for a little while until it gets dark maybe, and then head home. He will have settled in for the night. So there's a running theme right now of me avoiding my cat. All right, I think that's it. So this might be the end of the video. I'm not quite sure, who knows. So I will end this for now. Oh, one sec. All right, so you may have noticed, I'm not sure how I'm gonna edit this, but I might throw a couple clips in from yesterday, somewhere in this video, before where I'm talking now, or after. I'm not quite sure, but there might be 1 or 2 things, like a tour of what I brought in my lunch bag. I don't know what else, my smoothie combination, something. But I'll tuck that in somewhere. I hope you had a great day. I love you guys. Fly safe, okay? Wash your hands.